Been runner-up here 3 times, beaten by Steve Davis, beaten by Stephen Hendry, and beaten by John Parrott. He's had a tremendous season. He's come here having won 2 ranking tournaments, the last 2 before this championship, the British Open and the European Open. But he's very conscious of how good a player Alain Robidoux is. Alain Robidoux is the highest-ranked overseas player. In fact, he's ranked at the moment number 13, and he's been a quarter-finalist this season in the Asian Open, the British Open, and the European Open. And you can see by the amount of prize money he's won, he's pretty good. In fact, he won nearly that much last year as well, beating Nigel Bond here, 10-7 to get to this stage. I said Robidoux was dangerous. He proved it here tonight. He went into a 2-1 lead after the first 3 frames. Jimmy won the second, and in that he had a break of 76. But Robidoux leading 2-1 as I take you into frame 4. It'll be Jimmy to break. Your commentators Ray Evans and Ted Lowe. Len Gandy in charge.
4th frame. Jimmy White, you break.
Well, that's fine. That always seems to be pretty boring. Time to revolt. When you vote, no history. Sorry, Trevor.
Jimmy anxiously looking at that. That's what he was looking at. And perhaps it's paid dividends.
One. Three. 4. 9. 10.
That was a far better shot than it appeared.
17. $18.
And may go into the reds to hold the cue ball for the loose red at the same time, opening them up a bit.
$25.
He does play that shot so well. The ball seemed to move that much more quickly with Jimmy.
26. $33. $34. $41. $42. $47. $48. $53.
All the balls out in the centre of the table.
$54. $61. $62.
So make sure of the black. And the frame virtually one for sure.
69.
And it could be a pretty big break in the offing.
70. $77. Yeah.
Jimmy looking for the extensions here. Throughout this break, he's never looked like breaking down.
70.
A delight to watch when he's in full flow.
$85. $86.
And for the first time, he makes things a little awkward for himself.
93.
Makes no difference.
$94.
Wait for the applause on the century. Yes, they're all delighted.
102.
Just 6 colours remain, and they're all on their spots.
110.
Another exhibition of wonderful snooker by this extraordinary snooker player.
$117. $122.
The prefect of popular personalities, Jimmy White. At work,
128.
making this match all square at 2 frames each. As he clears the table, a total clearance of 135. Magnificent.
Well, Ted enjoyed it. 3 centuries by Jimmy White. We're saying earlier, as he got the 147, there should be a prize for second. He'd have got that as well now. By Edmonds and Ted Lowe. Jimmy White has started very well indeed, but having scored 49, he's broken down and he's given Robidoux a real chance.
One. Seven. Eight. $15.
Now he's been saving the one over the pocket. Is he going to use it this time?
Yes, the red shouldn't be a problem, Ted, but sometimes difficult to judge where the white might finish.
16.
That's not too bad. Should get back into perfect position off the green.
$19. $20.
These are here for the taking.
$26. $27. 34.
This one not quite so easy.
$35.
Problem now in getting onto the last one,
Three
but
ball.
he's not going to try.
35. Alain Robidoux.
$14 points behind now. Yes, it's a good one and acknowledged by Jimmy. Good escape.
Not too easy to play a good safety shot here. I suppose that's as good as any, Ted.
One.
I think that's the safest place I could think of, Ray.
Try ball. 1. Alain Robidoux.
Alain not being carried away by attempting that brown. Picks up 4 points another
Stroke.
way.
4. And a miss for Alain Robidoux.
Yes, asking Len Ganley to replace that cue ball.
Alain often plays this shot off the back cushion, trying to leave the cue ball in that spot, but I think it's direct this time. And what a good shot. So Jimmy White's got out away with 3 snookers without leaving a ball on in the last few shots.
Ball stroke. 4. A free ball, Alain Robidoux.
And this time, Alain's not asking for the cue ball to be replaced. He's
Right
got
ball.
a free ball. The brown will count as the yellow. And he's now just 3 points behind.
2. Alain Robidoux.
think he's unlucky to have left the yellow, but he really should have got the pot there.
2.
I don't see Jimmy missing from here.
No, I quite agree with you, Ray, that yellow was a poor shot from Alain.
9. False stroke.
Now, that's extraordinary.
9, Jimmy White.
One
5,
couldn't
Alain
believe it.
Robidoux.
Jimmy obviously
That'll
just
down
feathered the cue ball. In other words, the tip just touched the cue ball as he approached his, made his approach shot. Alain Robidoux is 7 points behind at the moment.
Five.
Once these two colours, a complete transformation of the frame.
$11.
The black disappears, and the Canadian is back 1 frame ahead.
$14th frame, Jimmy White, two breaks.
And what a tussle this match is proving to be. It's another good break from Jimmy White.
Ball stroke, 4. On a miss, Jimmy White.
Asking Alain to play from where the cue ball has come to rest. Judged that one perfectly.
Ball stroke, 4. On a miss, Jimmy White.
Second time in 2 visits to the table.
1. Three.
Jimmy chancing his arm there. There were 1 or 2 loose reds, and he knew that he would have a good chance of the one to the left middle.
Four. Ten. 11. $10. 17.
Jimmy's had 2 or 3 chances to get onto the black, but the reds clustered around the black spot would just probably put it out of commission, so unless he's forced, he'll continue with the pink. I think a little bit too much
18.
adrenaline in that one, Ted. Jimmy knew as soon as he'd hit it. Yes.
The balls have been dictating to Jimmy up to now. He seems determined now to dictate to the balls.
Green ball.
Oh.
18. Jimmy White. One.
I think Alain can pot the green, just slightly the wrong side to get the cue ball close to the reds, and maybe a little bit of the pocket excluded for the blue by the green ball, so no margin of error.
Gave it a lot of thought, and it's not worked out.
Six. Alain Robidoux.
It's amazing how those little touches go for and against.
Well, I can only think that Alain was thinking of hitting one red off another. And that's a fairly ambitious stroke. He has got a near straight red to the left middle, but not easy. Might cost him if he misses it. Doesn't look in.
One. Four. 5. $11. $12. $18.
Jimmy can get through to this pot.
19. $26. 27. $33. 34.
Well, with a 54-point lead, pink or black would have virtually assured him of this frame. But brown in good position is just as good.
38. 39. 39. Jimmy White.
Well, that left Robidoux needing 3 snookers. He didn't get them, so it was framed to Jimmy White. They were back level at 7 frames all. Straight into frame 15. It's Robidoux to break.
Fall stroke. 4. Jimmy White.
Well, that's an extraordinary start to a frame, Ray.
Absolutely. I mean, it was just sheer carelessness on Alain's part. Caught the brown as he took his cue from the table. But he was a little lucky there not to be punished for it. That wasn't too difficult to read for Jimmy by normal standards.
Fall stroke. 4. Jimmy White.
Oh, the Canadian in benevolent mood.
One.
Now will he have a crack at the blue? Lots of screw and right-hand side and try and disturb the reds? No, No, there's one loose, one at the back of the pack, and Jimmy's on it to perfection.
6. 7.
Now, has he got one to the centre pocket there?
14. 15. 21. 22. 29.
'Feels sure he'll take the one to the far corner.
37. 38. 45.
'Late to leave this red for the left middle. That looks as if he'll have to take it to the corner. A long way away.
Jimmy White, 45.
I think Alain will have a go for the red to the left corner.
One.
Yes, that's the score, but there's plenty of points on the table.
Three. Three. Alain and Robidoux.
Another shot to nothing. Red just above the pink spot.
Alain can get through to that, I think.
One. Three.
Pretty close to the red, but I think it'll just go. Delicate little shot.
Four. Nine. Ten.
Now, can he drop on either of the reds close to the black?
Bit unlucky, Ray.
16.
Yes, can't do a deal with it either, Ted.
Surely he's not looking at possible plant there. He was.
16. Alain and Robidoux.
Very ambitious. That's the way to do it.
.34 points in front, Jimmy White. Doesn't really want to disturb those three reds too much. Oh, and that was a very careless shot. Made a quick decision. He's perhaps a little lucky that the red won't go past the black. But a brave pot from Alain on the red near the blue. Could well pay dividends, but certainly not easy. I'm going to go at the red to the left middle.
It can be amazing.
Three. Four.
That blue puts him 43 points ahead with 43 points on the table. But I wonder for how long. It wasn't too long, was it?
Thirteen. And the frame.
Yes. Alain Robidoux concedes, so Jimmy White back in the lead by 1 frame at 8 frames to 7.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. 16th and final frame of this session. Jimmy White, be great.
The big question, however, is can Alain Robidoux, the Canadian, take this frame and again level this match? It's the best of 25 frames. The first one to 13 is into the quarterfinals.
One. 8, 9. $16.
Get through to the red at the back of the pack, and probably just one or two more this time.
17.
And that's worked out quite nicely.
$24. $24. Alain Robidoux.
Oh dear, that was a bad one. Seemed to rush at that, Ray, I thought.
Yeah, it's a long way off, though, Ted, wasn't it? It wasn't even in the jaws.
$8. 9. $16. 17.
Now, every chance to go into the bunch. Well, the red nearest the white will go to the right corner. Not quite as easy as it might look.
There's only 1 point in it now. There's still only 1 point in it, but Jimmy's in front.
25. 26.
This is the last frame of the day's play. The end of the second session of this three-session match. So far, there has never been 2 frames difference in it.
31.
No, one just has a feeling, Ted, that Jimmy White is going to have a 2 or 3 frame fizz and open that gap, but it hasn't happened. And again, as he gets this plant, I've gone a little wrong.
32. $35. 36. 38. 43. $44.
As the break reaches the half century, and it's
50.
noticeable that Jimmy's step is much faster.
51. $58. $58. Jimmy White.
A 58 break. But the difference is only 34, and there's 51 points left on the table.
One.
A great frame to win for the French-Canadian.
Six. Seven. $14. $15.
Well, one has the feeling that Jimmy has a bit left in reserve, but if he plays many more careless shots like the last one, Alain Robidoux will take full advantage.
Well, as you saw, he got the wrong side of the blue there, but he's recovered. Just wants the 6 colors. Oh!
20. Alain Robidoux.
And an anxious look there. 14 points the difference. And that's another bad one from Jimmy. A little compensation with the brown going reasonably safe.
Two.
This, then, the crunch ball. Oh, so near. And yet so far.
Settle down, please.
Jimmy with the advantage. Alain's going to be very happy with that.
Alain's had two good chances to win this frame already. One on the yellow, one on the brown. Got away with the leave each time. But faced with a ticklish problem here. Doesn't look to be too easy a safety shot. Certainly a very difficult pot.
Well, he certainly deserves to win the frame after that. The blue makes the points all square. He has to get the pink and the black. No.
9, Alain, Robidoux. Thank you.
Jimmy also needs the pink and the black.
Yes, and I don't think he can pot it, Ted. And does he go off the back cushion and just drop it, or up the table, the far end of the table, and take a chance on potting it?
This is a courageous shot. Never say die, Jimmy.
Thank you. Six.
The black then. And once again, this match is all square. An extraordinary result. Jimmy White not yet firing on all cylinders, but that takes nothing away from the brilliant play from the French-Canadian Alain Robidoux as he takes the final black and on the second session levels the match at 8 frames each.
So 9 frames tomorrow morning to get a result. News of the other match being played tonight?
Well, enough of the talk. Let's now get down to the action. We go down there centre stage in the Crucible. Commentators for this one, Jack Carnham and John Virgo. Remember, we've got to get a winner this morning. 8-8 it stands,
17th
first
frame.
to 13.
Alain Robidoux, 2 break.
What radio sound? One.
So Alain Robidoux, first off the mark, and made great use of the second red there to hold for the black.
Eight. Nine. 16.
Well, Alain not choosing to attack the one open red there, but certainly spread the pack nicely, but not to any great advantage.
Alain and Robidoux, 16.
Not one of Jimmy's best safety shots. He's left a chance for Alain. This red into the right corner pocket. The shots he takes on. Can't afford to leave him those.
Oh dear. Oh, that's a pity. He,
8.
that's a bad shot for Alain. He had every opportunity there to get on the red really well. So,
9.
fortunately, the blue was nicely situated. And Alain certainly starting off very nicely, and
14.
I must say he looks perhaps a little stronger player this year, a little more relaxed.
Alain and Robidoux, 14.
Well, a nice little rub off the green. I think Jimmy can get to hit the right-hand side of the cluster, but maybe not as thin as he would have liked. That was the problem. Could have been a lot worse.
One. Four.
And Alain having a good shrug there, trying to get rid of the early morning blues.
Five. 8. Nine.
Oh, that's come out beautifully.
15. Sixteen.
Didn't come
22.
back quite far enough for the red. Might just make position on the pink this time a little bit more tricky.
$23.
Still nicely in position though. In this very important first frame of this last session of this match, Jimmy White has played 2 very poor safety shots on his last visits. That's why Alain Robidoux now is only a few pots away from winning it. Well, that was one that got away.
Alain Robidoux. One.
Well, Jimmy's got his chance. And he needs to take it. 52 behind.
Jimmy was looking for an angle in potting this red
7.
to cannon the red just to the left of the black. Should open it up if this went right.
Jimmy White, 7.
Well, that must be considered a bad miss by Jimmy. And he's left one in the right centre pocket. Well, he looks just a little anxious.
One.
Yes, it looks as though that good pot into the right centre lane is now perfect on the pink. I think he's only taking his time because he missed one similar to this a few moments ago. Should clinch it now, though.
One. Alain Robidoux.
Yes, he certainly did miss one before, John, but that one was a lot easier. Amazing. Didn't think he'd miss that. Well, I wonder if Jimmy will attempt to knock that red in. He's certainly got to hide the cue ball if he doesn't. Oh, that's a great shot. That's a beautiful shot.
One.
Little kiss on the blue would have been nice there.
4.
Well, I think Jimmy can just get past the blue. Or can he? Yes, it looks like he can, even if he has to just bend it with a little bit of left-hand side. 43 points in it. Still a possible 51 left on the table.
Yes, Jimmy got the applause for knocking the red away from the cushion, but was a little unlucky to leave the cue ball there. So now Alain must see what he can do about this now. He can't see the open red, so will he try and shift the one there? Oh, dear me.
Well, if he's covered the one that's nearest the pocket, this is going to be a very difficult shot for Jimmy White. Because it's not in the centre of the pocket, it's going to be very difficult to knock one onto the other and pot it. It's so precise.
Foul stroke, 4, Alain Robidoux.
In actual fact, I don't think Jimmy will be too unhappy with that. Both reds are safe. It's not cost him the frame, which he could have done quite easily.
Well, Jimmy was tempted, and is that going to be the one? Now, this is the third attempt where Alain has had the chance to pot one ball and make the frame safe. This time, lucky. Well, they say 3 times lucky.
1.
So snooker's required.
6. And the frame, Alain Robidoux.
And no hesitation from Jim there. He concedes the frame, and Alain Robidoux takes the first frame of the morning and leads 9-8. Well, John, I would think Alain has achieved perhaps what he's been half dreaming all night, that he comes out and plays well and wins the first frame.
Yes, I think the only thing is, from Alain's point of view, he missed 2, well, easy balls that were frame winners before he finally clinched it. And that'll be playing on his mind. He didn't really win it in style. And as for Jimmy,
White,
got to get a few better safety shots.
touching ball. Foul stroke, 6 and a miss. Jimmy White. One. Green ball. One, Jimmy White.
That would have been a good safety shot from Jimmy White, but as you can see, the green ball is not on the spot. So, that side of the table, getting up in the balk area, doesn't help. But having said that, Alain still makes a mistake. So a chance for Jimmy to build up a lead.
One. Six. Seven.
That was a good shot from Jimmy. Purposely didn't put in as much screw as he would normally do, so he could get into the other red. Has done well to get the cue ball back up the table for a reasonable position for the blue.
Well. Jimmy White.
Jimmy, looking at the area around the back of the pack here. He needs to get this. Well, at least he's stayed near the top cushion. Well, I would think Alain has to stay at the top end of the table.
That's amazing. I'm certain he played it thinking, oh, it's a shot for nothing. And the Reds come back.
One.
Well, that green has come to Jimmy's aid. He put it there. He's going to send it back now.
Touching ball. 4. Four, Jimmy White.
Well, that's another, I don't know if we can say careless match reaching a critical point. There shouldn't be any carelessness about. But bad positional shot, and should have found the cushion with this cue ball.
Well, I would think it's very risky for Alain to consider cue ball going past the blue for any reason. Well, he's played the right shot, but he'd like to have been tight on the cushion. There is a little space for Jimmy, but nothing's easy. No snooker player really likes this situation. Eventually your opponent can just take a chance, pots one ball, and that's end of frame. Not a lot of work to be done with a spread like this. It's a fine line for both players. Well, Jimmy got a very good white, but is that red on into the left centre? If it is, it's very straight. Yes, it looks very difficult, John. Very difficult indeed. Well, it was a good try, but he's... the green's giving him a little assistance there. Whether Jimmy can cut this ball into the right-hand centre or take on a long one. But nothing easy here. And very much pressurised.
Well, it looks like it was Jimmy's turn to be saved by the green. At least for the easy red. It's near the left centre. Built himself up, taking this on.
One. Five.
Well, I would think Alain has got to decide black or pink.
Six. Twelve.
It's very noticeable when Alain played that shot how quickly he was up on the shot, and he's not really satisfied with what he performed there.
13. $15. 16.
Now that's a better one.
21. Brown ball. (21), Alain Robidoux. One.
Oh my word, he's knocked 3 or 4 of those in this morning, and they are valuable, but he's still got another tough shot ahead.
Three.
So the first time he
Alain
really gets on a colour nicely, he misses the red. One point ahead now, Alain.
One. Five. Six. Twelve.
Well, spending time over this isn't that easy. Across the nap, slow drag.
13.
Played it well. It was the right shot to play. Of course, that's the thing with Jimmy White. You always look for the right shot and play it.
$19. $20.
Pink, one more red. Would leave Alain Robidoux needing a snooker.
$26. $27. $33. $33, Jimmy White. 2, Alain Robidoux.
Just a little bit short on the screw effect there. The pink tried to help him, but to no avail. So he missed a chance there.
With regards to 4-point snooker, Alain Robidoux needs 2. But if he was to pot the green and brown, he'd only need 1 snooker on the blue, which would be a 5-point snooker to tie. I may elect to pot the green and brown here. Well, I'm surprised. I know it means there's more balls to snooker behind, but I'd rather want 1 snooker than 2 any day of the week. Well, applause from the audience, but if Alain can hit the screen full in the face, Jimmy might be in trouble.
Three. 7. 12. 'And the frame, Jimmy.
So that little clearance there up to the blue brings Jimmy back to 9 frames all.
There they go again, matching each other frame for frame the whole way. All of this action taking place this morning. Well, here's the 3rd frame of the day. Jimmy's 63-1 ahead. It's Alain to play.
Strange choice of shot to play that. It's obvious the red was going towards the left corner pocket. So 62 points behind Alain Robidoux. A chance.
One. 7.
Well, this is not a nice angle on the red here. The pot isn't difficult, but it's nice when you can just run on to a colour. But he's got to put a bit of work on the cue ball here. And that's fairly
8.
well played.
$14.
And that's
15.
a beauty. That was a beauty. Well, he's got a lovely angle here just to gently go into the reds. I wonder if he'll do that or try and pick one off. Yes.
And throughout this match,
22.
Alain Robidoux has won frames that he shouldn't have won, but not by clearing up. I mean being 50 or 60 behind. If he could win this frame now at this visit, it'd be the best psychological boost. Unfortunately,
23.
he can't keep control of that cue ball, which is what you need to make breaks.
Well, they don't come any tougher than this.
Blue ball. Alain Robidoux, 23.
Well, he's played the safety, but it really isn't good enough. He knows it.
One.
This will be.
1. Jimmy White.
40 points behind. 51 remaining, so he's got a few points to play around with.
Well, that was a very good hit from Alain, but the expression on his face says it all. He's left this red for Jimmy. Red in a colour should clinch the frame.
1. Eight. 9. $15. 16. $18. 20. And the frame, Jimmy White.
So Jimmy White takes 2 frames in a row and leads 10 frames to 9.
What a match. Never more than a frame between them. Jimmy now nosing ahead by 1. It's the first player to 13, of course, who'll find himself in the quarterfinals. But we'll just leave things as they stand there for the moment. It's time for the midday news from Chris Lowe.
Coverage of the snooker with Eamonn Holmes.
Yes, thank you very much indeed. Welcome back here to the Crucible here in Sheffield. For tension, you just can't match the game in progress here this morning. Jimmy White against Alain Robidoux. 10-9 to Jimmy White when you were last with us. Okay, it's the first to 13. It goes through to the quarterfinals, remember, so each man edging very, very close to that magic number. Here's frame 20. Jimmy is 7 points down. It's Alain to play, Jack Carnham, John Virgo in the commentary box.
Shorter pace. Sure, one of these will go into the left corner. Well, for Jimmy, that was a long way away.
Well, he took the risk as he left one. Right hand, corner pocket. Could be expensive if Jimmy can hold this.
One.
And that loose red down the end of the table there, my word, that could prove to
6.
be a very important ball. Red's well spread.
Seven.
And Jimmy's overdone it, just a fraction. Was looking for the blue and
11.
That was a nice little kiss. Couldn't be that certain where the cue ball was going to go after the brown.
12.
But not got the right side of the blue. Certainly not at his fluent best so far in this session.
$17. 19.
Well, 2 at a time. That's 1 wasted.
Yes, and I think we saw an example there. There's one thing that gets Jimmy White out of trouble probably more than anything else, and that's potting balls with a rest. Just didn't develop the black, but what a good pot that was with the rest.
19, Jimmy White.
That was a good safety shot. One of his best this morning. Don't think Alain can take the pot on, really. Tough pot, and really can't get position on a colour off it.
So Len Ganley does a little cleaning job. And that was a bad one for Alain. He's potted some good long balls, but
Settle down, please.
I think he's made a very serious mistake here.
1.
So far in the match, neither player has had a 2-frame lead, and this could well be the first time, at a very important time.
Seven. 8.
Well, that wasn't the cleanest pot Jimmy White's ever played, but it went in.
Eight, Jimmy White.
Well, the red struggled. Maybe that was on his mind when he was playing the pink. Tension beginning to spill over on the table now from both players.
One.
Yes, John, I got the feeling there. That was unlike Jimmy. He had such a lot of cue over his bridge hand then. I mean, he does it occasionally, but not on important occasions like this.
7.
A bit careless.
8. Green ball.
Played that well. Be a very important
11.
miss in this match. The pink of Jimmy White's. Alain saw Jimmy beat Tony Drago, make that marvellous 147, and although he'd have to believe he could win, he knew it was going to be a hard task. But psychologically now, he stayed with Jimmy. Jimmy's making mistakes at a vital time.
16.
And Alain now must believe that that man is beatable.
$17.
And a deep screw. Well played. So he goes into the
23.
lead. And it really did appear that he was in trouble.
$24.
Now the yellow is the important ball here. Well, this is not too difficult as long as he doesn't thrash it.
27.
Lets the cue go through nicely. Nice smooth shot, that's the secret of these.
$29.
Well, a good green and he should do it.
$32. $36.
Ooh. Well, that's
41.
the important ball. Oh, an
47
excellent
and
pink. So a very nice clean-up there by Alain Robidoux, and it's 10-all at the
15
interval.
minutes, ladies and gentlemen, 15 minutes.
My goodness me, and that's the end of our first visit of the day to the Crucible. All the matches in the second round, including that one, will come to a finish today. And here is the lineup for this afternoon. Willie Thorne, Jim White, 4 apiece. They'll resume at 3 o'clock and conclude this evening. Hendry Watna to the death. Coverage switches to BBC Two. And as well as that, in snooker with David Vine, your first chance to enter our Shot of the Championship competition. I know a lot of you will be interested in that. And if you want to see if it's Jimmy White or Alain Robidoux in the quarterfinals, then you'll take a note of the time. It's 2:15 on BBC Two with David Vine. But for the moment, from me, have a good lunchtime. We'll see you this afternoon. Bye-bye.
First programme of the afternoon here on BBC Two on day 10 of the Embassy World Snooker Championship. And in this programme, you'll have your first chance to look at Shot of the Championship, the big snooker competition with a big VIP prize at stake, tickets to the finals and everything else. More about that later. This is normally snooker break time, but we're not really taking a break from the snooker straight away because we had a match going on here today. If you were with us on BBC One earlier, you'll have seen part of it. It's the match between Jimmy White and Alain Robidoux. What a close one it's become. At the end of their first session there, 4 frames all, nothing in it. At the end of their second session, 8 frames all, still nothing in it. And then in the session today, to play to a finish, after 20 frames, still level at 10 all. Jimmy White struggling, and Alain Robidoux playing one of the matches of his life. Let me tell you what happened in frame 21. I can tell you Alain Robidoux was called for 6 misses in a row by Len Ganley. Jimmy White knocked in a break of 47 and took the frame. The next is now in progress. Robidoux has made a bad mistake after scoring 6. Let Jimmy in, and it's Jack Carnham and John Virgo to commentate.
Well, this is one of the toughest shots in snooker. Catch this thin and get in the balk area. That was the problem. So difficult, those shots. Another mistake.
One. Six. Seven.
And that's come out nicely.
14.
Well, if he can just drop this in, a gentle stun on the red.
15. $22.
Well, Jimmy, he's certainly trying hard to get away from this fellow, but he's finding it difficult.
23. Yes, certainly.
And of course, the prize money involvement here is that these two are virtually playing for £10,000 in this match. So that's a lot of money. And missed the lot there.
30.
I was going to say that was unlucky. And it was really, but he's looking at 2 balls at the top of the cluster. Well, he's not looking at them anymore, so they're obviously not a plant. It's a difficult red.
30. Alain Robidoux. One.
Good shot. But tight under the cushion. Won't get much more than 7 here. Unless Jimmy thinks those reds at the top of the cluster are a plant. Alain didn't seem to think so.
Seven.
And neither does Jimmy.
7.
And that could be close to the pocket.
Jimmy White.
Oh, no legs. And that makes Alain's shot all the more difficult. Well, they both had a good look. And, well, they say the Canadians are pretty good at plants. I wonder if he's going to take the risk. Oh!
Foul stroke.
Well, that was unlucky. Got a plant on a plant there. So now
7,
that
Jimmy White.
really gives Jimmy quite a chance here. 22 points behind.
One. Six. 7.
Not quite as intended there.
13.
He just slipped off the side. So that puts a bit of pressure on him here. Oh, that's a good shot.
14.
Yes, I agree, Jack. What a good shot that was, and that one shot, good position on the green, could win him this frame. Overrun a little bit, but no, it's okay.
17.
Green on the black spot.
18. 23. 24.
So he goes into the lead. And with the position of these reds, I would
27.
suggest that, for the first time, he's going to go 2 frames ahead.
28.
And this is the crucial time, and Robidoux will perhaps think that
34.
the moment has come.
35. 41. 42.
20 points in front now. Pink, red and a colour. Should do it.
Well, the way Jimmy played that shot, I would imagine that he played to come a little further, being a left-hander, but
a wee bit long.
Not quite far enough, so he's got to use the long stuff. But if anybody can play with this gear, he can.
$49.
So any colour to leave Alain Robidoux needing a snooker. If it's the pink, he'll need 2 snookers.
$55. $57.
Just noticeable, since they've come back after the mid-session interval, Jimmy staying down that little bit longer on the shot.
$57. Jimmy White.
Enough to make it 12-10, the first time there have been 2 frames in the match. But look what happens in frame 23. Jimmy White's ahead, but he's left the last red on, and it's certainly on for Robidoux.
Yes, it was a difficult pot, and as my colleague Jack Carnan said, couldn't really see the position on the colour.
Well, that made them all jump. $13 points ahead.
$1, Jimmy White. Settle down, please.
Well, I think it's got to be said that when the questions have been asked, Alain hasn't found the right answers.
Yes, John, his face said it all there, but he has escaped, and he's got another chance. And both players just a little anxious.
$2.
Well, he's got scope here to hold the cue ball for the brown.
5.
Now the blue after this brown, and then he's got to start thinking. Oh, and he really wants a good angle on this. And it really couldn't be much better than that. He's got a nice stun angle there that doesn't require a great deal of side. Now then. Oh, look at that. Can't hold for the black. So he's taken the chance. Oh dear.
20.
Well, what a shot to finish on here. Well, that
20,
really
Alain
is
Robidoux.
a
Quiet,
little bit
please.
hard, John.
Yes, but he's not out of it yet. That black for Jimmy only ties it. The re-spotted black.
Alain? It is a hit.
And that's a bit short. Oh dear. Well, well, no, I don't think he's cleared the centre pocket. Now you take your choice here. I think I'd favour the cut here into the centre. He can't go in off, and the long pot is a very difficult one.
Well, you say he can't go in off, Jack. I'm not too certain. The thin contact on the black. Of course, he can avoid it.
So a tremendous pot there by Alain Robidoux. He keeps the match alive. He trails by 1, 12-11.
One.
So Jimmy first off the mark, but needs a good one
Good
here.
ball.
No, great shot.
Six. Seven.
Well, Jimmy putting his best foot forward here. This would be devastating to him if he lost this frame.
Jimmy White, 7.
Well, the misses are coming thick and fast from Jimmy at the moment.
1.
Oh, Alain's not controlled the cue ball there as he would have liked. To retain good position on the next red, he's got to roll this black in dead weight. It's dangerous.
Eight.
That's a good cut.
Nine. Alain Robidoux. One.
Now there's one loose red, but he has an angle on the brown to go into the cluster. And they broke well. That was a brave shot, positive shot. Could that be the match winner?
Six. Eight.
And quite obviously Jimmy is paying a great deal of attention to this frame. I can't help feeling that last one was a little bit of a shocker. It's
13.
Not bad at all.
Yes, once again, he's have to go back up the table. Can't stay on the black off this red, but that's okay. The blue's nicely on.
14.
Needs the right angle on it. I think he's got it.
$19.
Well, he can do nothing now.
20.
Just got to sit there and, I suppose, hope that Jimmy makes a mistake. He has made a few, but this is where your competitive instinct takes
27.
over. These shots will win him the match and a place in the quarter-final.
$35. 36.
Yes, this looks like the end.
43. 44.
So 49 points ahead.
51.
This red. And surely
52.
that must be the end of what has been quite a battle.
$59.
Well, Alain will be disappointed, no doubt, but
60.
he's put up a very, very good struggle indeed.
$66. 67.
And bundles aside on there.
74. 76.
And the sort of match that might keep Jimmy very sharp for the quarter-final that he's no doubt in now. So a handshake, tremendous applause for both players, and Jimmy White goes on in the tournament by 13 frames to 11.
Yeah, the reaction from the Crucible says it all. Jimmy White wins, taking 24 frames to do it. No doubt at all. That was a hard one.
It's a very tough game, very tough game. I started off, first shot again, I've potted, I've got a long red and I've missed a dead straight black, and that's happened twice to me in the 2 sessions. I just got, so I'm playing so well, I'm getting complacent, and then the more I started to miss, the harder it got for me to get my game going, and, you know, I just, in the end, when it was 10 each, it was the best I felt in the whole match.
But it was 4 all, 6 all, 8 all, 10 all.
9 all.
I have to be honest, at times you didn't look like you were into the match. You seemed to be somewhere else. What was going through your mind out there? Is the 147 and the pressure affecting you?
Well, I thought that was all gone, but it obviously wasn't. That's definitely out of my mind now. I've come right down from that. But it's a case of, like, when I was 9-8 down, I was thinking of my dad, you know, I'm putting him through. So I don't mind losing, and I don't mind being under pressure, but I like to enjoy the game, and I wasn't enjoying it. I don't know why. It was a case of just getting frustrated, but we had a good chat in the interval, and I found my game at 10 each, and I felt okay then.
What was going wrong with some of the shots then? Was it just concentration or was it technique?
I think mainly my mind wandering. I think it was mainly concentration. Due to the fact that I wasn't really enjoying it, and of course if you don't enjoy being under pressure, everyone's under pressure somewhere during the match. If they don't, they'd like telling porkies. Yeah. I just I just sort of I got myself at it, and I kept missing balls and missing position, and when you're playing well you get a bit, you intend to sort of sulk somewhere along the line, and I let it get to me.
Well, you've got over it, what was a big hurdle, because he did play well.
Yeah.
Next one, earlier stages, Willie Thorne or Jim White. So that's an interesting possibility.
Yeah, well, Willie's got a tough game with Jim White's, but the maximum man, Willie, if he gets through, that should be a good game, be a great game.
That could be good, a couple of maximums.
I'll enjoy that for sure.
Well, you've got over this one, enjoy the next one.
Thanks, mate.